The three most famous serial killers in U.S. history are John Wayne Gacy. He used to dress up like a party clown named Pogo. It was later discovered that he had dozens of bodies buried underneath his house. Richard Ramirez, the devil-worshipping Night Stalker. Jeffrey Dahmer, the cannibal who ate body parts of the people he killed. But Samuel Little is the serial killer that you've probably never heard of. He confessed to 93 murders, 60 of which were confirmed by the FBI. In total, his killing spree lasted a whopping 35 years. Samuel Little was nicknamed Choke and Stroke. As he strangled his victims, he would then masturbate. Samuel Little was an artist, and he liked to draw pictures of his victims. Samuel Little's reign of terror, which began when he was 30 years old, finally ended when he was apprehended at the age of 65. He would find his victims drinking in bars, walking the streets as prostitutes, and as drug addicts here and there. Once he convinced these women to drive off with him, he would drive somewhere desolate, abandoned, where no one could hear them scream. He would then initiate sex with these women, which would turn into him hitting them and strangling the life out of them. Afterwards, he would dump their bodies and then flee the scene, sometimes to another state. In 1982, Little was arrested in Mississippi for suspicion of murdering a 22-year-old woman. A grand jury did not convict him. He was then extradited to Florida, put on trial for the murder of a 26-year-old woman. Again, a jury failed to convict him. He then moved to San Diego, and 2 years later, he was arrested for kidnapping, beating, and strangling a 22-year-old woman who had survived by pretending that she was dead. Little posted bail, and before his trial was to commence, he was caught again by police in the exact same location with an unconscious woman who had been beaten in his car. Amazingly, Little only served 2.5 years in prison for both of those crimes. After his release from prison, he moved to Los Angeles and continued to kill until he was arrested again 10 victims later. Ultimately, after being arrested and convicted to life in prison without the possibility of parole, 15 years later, Little died of natural causes at the age of 80.